This is a tutorial on how to use Ancestry.com for those of you who are just beginning your family history journey. You don't have very much information on your family, you just want to start building a tree and you want to start gathering records and information. This is the place to be. So this is the home page. Once you have created an account through Ancestry.com, you will find a page that looks like this. You can customize it so mine might look a little bit different from what yours will look like. Just go up to the top. That will be the same. Trees. You're going to create and manage a tree. If you have not created a tree in any other website and if you don't have any other information, create a new tree here. You have to start with somebody. This is where you can decide who you want this tree to be about. Do you want it to be a tree about you and your parents and then your both sets of grandparents, or do you just want to specifically research your mother's line or your maternal grandmother's line? In this case, let's just start with my maternal grandmother. I know I'll be able to find more information on her because she has already passed away and her information won't be as protected. Now, maybe you only know a first name, you only know a last name, maybe you're not even quite sure of the spelling. Gather as much information as you can, but even if all you can gather is just this much information, Cecil Byland, we know that she's passed on. Let's see what information will come up as we start this tree. I do know that she was married to Merrill Byland, my grandfather, and he is still living. That's all the information I'm going to put about him. Now I'm going to save the tree. This helps Ancestry.com kind of give you the benefit of the doubt as they pull records for you to view. All right, now this tree is looking pretty small, so I'm going to click on Cecil. I'm going to start searching for records that might be about her. Well, right away, I see here's Cecil Byland, married to Merrill, and I do know they lived in Idaho. So I can click on this record. It's going to pull up all of that information that's found on the record. I'm going to save it to her. The more records that I start saving to her, the more information that Ancestry.com is going to gather, and the more hints they can send my way, the more record hints. I will find those right here, and we'll see how that magic zero will turn to something else that will be more helpful as we continue to search. Once it's pulled me to this page, the search tab is right up here. This is just a page specific to Cecil. All right, again, I'm finding more and more. Cecil Byland, married to Merrill, Cecil B. Byland. Now I have a birth date right here. I do know she lived in Victor. I can remember visiting her there. I'm going to view those details. And I'm so excited because now I have an exact birth date. That's going to lead me to so many more records. I want to make sure that all of that information is transferring over into my tree. And now, let's see, that hint has changed from 0 to 4. Now, my research is going to go pretty quickly. I see there's other ancestry member trees with Cecil Byland, born March 24th, 1942, available to view. These are trees that other people have already done the research. Now, I see right here, this is my uncle, and he has started building a tree, and I know his information is accurate. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to review his tree, and suddenly I can start syncing all of the information that he has found can now be a part of my tree. And extra bonus, he has her parents and all of their information already in his tree. So you can see how it's transferring over to my tree. I'm going to add another child of Cecil. This was a daughter that had passed away. This is another sibling of Cecil's. a sister, and a brother. And I can save all of that to this tree now. When I go back to look at that tree that just started out with my grandma and my grandpa, oh, and now we're up to 45 hints. Now all of that information has really helped me gather so much more information. Now there's pictures and documents. This was a song written by my grandfather for my grandma. It's so fun to see all of these things, and I can add all of these pictures and all of this information to her tree. I can just start saving it right here. And I will be able to find all of that information in what Ancestry calls the life story, where they just kind of put it all into a timeline and story form. All of the facts. This shows me all of the sources that I'm starting to add. The gallery will show me any pictures I save. Now, if I go back up to this little symbol, this will take me right back to that tree where we first started. And you can see here's a child here. Here's her father and her mother. And they have these little green leaves. These mean there's other records ready to view for these people. 30 ancestry hints on her father, and we've got 20 on her mother. So we'll be able to get their parents loaded to our tree quite quickly as well. Well, I hope this tutorial helped you get excited about family history, and happy hunting as you go through this journey of seeking and finding.